Hello there, everybody. It's Hyperion Rail, and I am in Red Dead Redemption 2 once again. And this time, I am one of the few or many fortunate people to get to try the online beta. I've made myself a female character here. Because I always make a female character if given the option. I've gotten a couple days in online already. It officially releases, I think, tomorrow, but for some reason I got lucky and was given the beta. I thought it was only for people who pre-ordered the game or bought the special edition can use the beta, but I did neither of those things and I got it, so who knows? Maybe you guys are all playing the beta right now. But I didn't want to talk about what the game is like online. In fact, instead, I want to talk about the top 10 things I already hate. Because I'm already angry at this game. I'm already frustrated with it. It's falling into the same traps as Grand Theft Auto 5 immediately. In fact, if anything, and I just found this buried treasure here, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, but which is not really buried. You get these treasure maps to find a box in the middle of nowhere, and you get out of it a gold nugget. That's a good thing. We'll talk about those in a minute. And that's it. Just you get a gold nugget for the treasure. I'm glad that happened because we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But for right now, yeah, I wanted to talk about the 10 things that already aggravate me about this game, and we're not going to talk about the toxicity of the community. This person. We already know if you play Grand Theft Auto 5, it's the same people. The guys that shoot you dead the second they see you instead of interacting or just letting you play the game, they go out either way to troll you. Everything like that. It is a nightmare, to say the least, in that respects, and the toxicity of players. So that's not even something we're worried about right now. The 10 features I want to talk about is just mechanics of the game that really make me frustrated. Now, number 10 goes without saying. This is a pretty obvious thing you come to expect in a game like this, and that is that death will be frequent. What I mean by this is, if you'll notice down in the lower corner, my stats are already about halfway there. Now, that is just bizarre because I haven't fought anybody, I haven't done anything, I haven't even, I just started the game. Just started the game and started recording immediately, and already all of my stuff is at half-mast. Also, this is not my horse. I stole this horse, and I can't seem to make it my own in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying not to ride my own horse, because also my horse's life is minimal and halfway. So, yeah, you're much easier to kill in online than you are in the main game, and with a lot of cases, you're just going to get one-shotted by a random player, and we'll talk a little bit more about that coming up soon. But look at these coyotes, for instance. We're gonna go ahead and collect a couple of those, and because I was doing just this, hunting, collecting pelts, just trying to earn a few bucks, and then I come up to my prey, started skinning it, and boom, a bullet came flying through my brain and killed me. But regardless, I was in the middle of hunting, where I thought was the middle of nowhere, and a random bullet killed me from a passerby. He just rode up, shot me, and ran away. That's come to be expected, but it's so frequent in this game. In fact, not only that, just the environment will kill you, because when you start out, it's impossible to get all the good weapons, or any good weapons. You're going to be stuck with a carbine repeater and a high roller revolver, which I got somehow. I think I got that as a prize. But you're going to be stuck with pretty basic weapons for a long time. Again, we'll get into more of why in a second, but you're going to be stuck with these weapons for a while, and they don't do anything. You're not going to be getting perfect pelts. You're not going to be getting anything good, and you're not going to be much of a fight back if somebody attacks you. So on top of that, stuff like lions, bears, and wolves are just as deadly as other players in this game because, you know, they'll take a couple shots from your repeater before you can really take them down. And that's that. So death awaits you around every corner. So death is waiting around any corner, but, you know, you might be thinking, hey, that's part of the game. You expect to die when other people are playing, you know? You expect people to be shitty and kill you. Yeah, except for the problem is that dying can be kind of devastating in this game. It's, again, when I died, I was harvesting a bunch of animals because I was trying to earn some money. And, yeah, when I was shot and I respawned, suddenly those animals I killed that I was in the middle of skinning are all gone. But more importantly, let's just test something out here, because technically this is a theory. Ah, see, I just had to pay for the stable and everything like that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we have this pelt on the back of this horse here, which is not my horse because I'm not riding my horse because I don't want my horse to die. And everything, and I can't seem to make this horse my main horse in any way, probably unless I run all the way to a stable. So let's just go ahead and skip everything rather than pick a fight and go into online options and respawn. I guess you gotta hold it. Oh, see, death is dangerous. Death is everywhere. Now that I've died, where's my horse? All right, wasn't my horse. So the horse is gone. Now, what I was going to say about this is that in a lot of cases, when this happens, it's your own horse, but your horse will come back either one of two ways. It'll come back without your pelts on it, or your horse is dead. And that's more common than anything else. You die and immediately somebody shoots your horse too. Or your horse just dies of other reasons. I've died, I've had a horse already die from a bear attack, falling off cliffs, running into another wagon. And as you can see now, not only did that cause some problems where I lost my pelts, I lost the random horse I was riding, but now I also have no horse to get back to. So I'm running around in the wilderness just trying to get back to either a town or find a horse in the wild that I can tame. You don't start off with stables. You get one horse and one horse only, and then you have to buy each and every stable if you want to store more horses. Oh, I just got bitten by a snake, you little bastard. Get over here. And again, not going to get a perfect pelt for this because I don't have a bow and arrow, and I definitely don't have arrows because I can't even make all the crafting materials because you got to buy those as well. So most likely I'm going to die a billion more times before I get a horse back. And I'm surprised that didn't poison me because in the main game that'll poison you and you get all sorts of weird effects. But yeah, death can be devastating where I died, lost my horse, lost my pelts, and now I'm in the middle of nowhere having to drudge my way back. And there is no quick travel. You can't camp out in the wild, so all the health and stuff I have to replenish by food alone. You can't camp, you can't sleep. Obviously, it's online. And as you can see here, there's some people doing an online quest real quick here, which I will see if I can show you. It looks like they're doing some sort of bonus quest where they've got to do something in the free roam game. So this guy and this guy, as you can see, are avoiding each other. This guy's waiting for that guy. So this guy's trying to just do a quest that for some reason won't let him go into a private server for, and this guy is going to ruin his day. Maybe, you know, that's the thing. Like, death in this game can be pretty harsh. So we're gonna do a little online quests or missions, or some death matches actually, because we want to talk about the next problem, which is people are already too good at this game. What I mean by that is it has the same mechanic as Grand Theft Auto Online as well as Deadeye. Now in Deadeye you don't slow down time obviously, but it works the same. You can peg the target with certain marks if you got the right ability card, which we'll talk about later. And then your gun will just automatically shoot them in those spots in real time. But that is a pretty limiting factor because you can't slow the time down and everything like that. So you go ahead and play in an online match, and you'll find out that this requires a very specific skill to win. And that skill is not only to use the auto aim to your advantage, but to aim for their head. If you're not good at that, you're not even going to come close to surviving. You will not win anything, and in a lot of cases, the other team will make the game unwinnable. What 9 interactions out of 10 amount to is 5 shots from you, and then suddenly, see, that was red. There we go. I got an X on him, which means I hit him, but I did not get the kill. And this guy is going to take 3 shots. And if you'll notice here, sometimes, why does this guy not realize I'm... Okay, sure, that just happened. Needless to say, the game's a little buggy too, but getting that headshot is a skill. It's an art. See, that felt like that should have been a headshot, but it's going to still take like 5 shots to take him down. But boom, 1 shot for me. So this is what ends up becoming every single online match I play. It's 5 shots from me, 1 shot from them. 5 shots from me, 1 shot from them. Even when I swear I'm aiming at their head. And that becomes just so unbelievably frustrating, where I actually had a match where it was you try to beat the other team by... I saw that. Try to beat the other team by... I'm stuck. See? No auto lock there. And 1-shot kill. But anyways, there was one match where I had to beat the game by... It was a capture zones gameplay, where you have to capture the zones. And this one team had captured the zone right next to our spawn point and sniped us non-stop. Just kept sniping us the second we spawned. And that was one after another. Just get this AFK guy real quick. One after another was just people spawn camping like crazy. You would spawn in and die. Spawn in and die. Spawn in and die. And it was just nothing you could do. There was no way to get around it. There was no way to shake it. And also, when you go into cover, you leave your head exposed most of the time. Ooh. If you don't get that auto lock, might as well not even try. So yeah, if you're not good at that headshot trick, you're gonna get lit up every single time. It takes practice too. It takes work to get good at that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still didn't kill him. And that other guy's gonna take my kill. So yeah, and then constantly reloading and everything like that. The other thing your character does when you're trying to fight people off is, if you do that, if you fire, now when I pull up my gun and pull the trigger, I have to cock first. So instead of cocking after every shot like a real person would, your character will deny the cocking at some point, and then you go to shoot your weapon at your opponent, and your character cocks his gun instead, and you die. There is a thing that I cannot example for you, but there is a move you can do, which is to tackle people. And if you tackle people, it activates this button mashing QuickTime event in which you gotta smash circle to get them off of you. The problem is, this has happened to me a lot, and every time I win the tap off and knock them away from me, they still kill me. And the reason why is because when you punch them off, they're already standing up with their knife ready. But when you try to fight back, you gotta like get your weapon out, get up, get situated, remember what the controls were, just figure out the weapon, get your knife out, whatever you want to do, you gotta do it. But the whole time you're doing that, they're just stabbing you to death. And I've never broken free from a grab and lived. It's every time they kill you, just frantically slashing at you the second you punch them in the face. There should be a leeway period, a period of time where you're immune to their attacks, so to speak. But nope, in this game, as soon as you punch them away, you're dead. So yeah, it's just really frustrating to like try to work all the mechanics together while these people are pinpoint headshotting you with the basic weapons. And then you're just sort of stuck and unable to compete or do anything. See, like right there, it came out. I was blind as a bat. Anybody could have shot me. Oh, hello. And sometimes that happens where people are just invulnerable for a second for no reason. It's just a mess. People are too good. And with that, I'm going to just segue right into the next one, which is get the shotgun. If you're not good at these headshot tricks, get the shotgun. Anybody with a shotgun is just unbeatable. It's just 5 shots to them, 1 shot to you. Madness. Especially coming around a corner and just getting lit up immediately by a shotgun. It's nice to have a shotgun, but most people will immediately gun for them, and then you're left with your own devices. So yeah, the shotgun is a little OP in this game. And the pistol is a little underpowered, to be honest. I get that I have the starter cattleman pistol right now, but really, that is... I feel like that should be better. That was actually a pretty good shot. I'm kind of glad I'm recording for this. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, most of the time I play these games, which is pretty much the only way to earn money in this game, and the guy winning will be so unbelievably ahead of everybody else. It'll be like, second place will have 75 points, and first place will have 390 points. Just ridiculous, like, ridiculously unbalanced in that way. Where people who just have a skill, and I'm going to try and see if I can... Yeah, so I tried to do some... Deadeye there, and I actually fortunately have an ability that's really useful in Deadeye, but not everybody is so lucky to get that ability at the start of the game. And my ability is that I auto paint targets, which is I don't hit R1. There you go. And right there, I was able to get a kill with it, but very rarely is that useful or successful. Not to mention, I can no longer refill it in this match. Well, you can if you have meat, but see, that I feel like should have been a headshot, but whatever. So yeah, that's the next two, which is get the shotgun, and people are too damn good at this already. See, these guys are even teaming up. Oh no, they're not. What was I supposed to do there? Now that I'm back in free roam, it's a good place to talk about as this person rides away, because we were just standing there trading emotes. You know, you can wave and stuff like that, but the whole time I was waving and trying to be friendly, they were pointing a gun at me, and that's where it segues perfectly into my next point, which is there is no passive mode. And as you can see here, I can get hogtied. And the only way out of this really is to respawn. So yeah, there you go. There's some trolling for you right there. And that's perfect. That's perfect segue into the next part, which is there's no passive mode at all that I can find. There is, if you go into here, you get your options, and you can respawn, voice chatting. I'm going to turn that off to posse only. Social matchmaking, which I don't... Yeah, okay. Emotes, walk styles, but there is no apparent or easy passive mode in this game. So if you were like me and you like to log on to GTA 5 and just log it on in passive so that you can go and play and do some of the quests and stuff without being bothered by other players, well, you can't do that here. You are at their mercy the entire time. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of things or advantages to killing other players. You can't loot them or take any of their money, but you know, people will still do it. And with no passive mode, I just don't see this as being a lot of fun, especially if you go into any town. Any town you go into is just going to be a shooting gallery. Every time I roll into a town, I just immediately hear gunshots and everything like that. And even in the wilderness, you're not safe, but thankfully, again, when that guy roped me, I had just gotten done dropping off my horse so that I could, you know, keep it safe. And came out with no horse and immediately got attacked and roped. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where having no passive mode is a huge deal, and unless I've missed it or they've made it overly complicated, that's that too. Like, it should be just right here. Passive mode, somewhere. Somewhere, so that if I'm dealing with somebody or something, I can switch to passive mode and get away and continue enjoying my game. But apparently that is just... So we're out by Strawberry for number 5, and this is probably my biggest one, but I think it's not the biggest problem for the vast majority of players, so it gets in the middle spot. But we're out here in this wilderness because this is great hunting grounds, and this is a great place to use as an example. And that is that everything in this game resets your horse. And you might be asking, what do you mean by resetting? And here we got a nice giant black bear, which I'm not even gonna try to turn into a perfect or anything like that. So let's just go ahead and skin that. Skin that. That's another thing. It's not in the list, but the whole inability to touch things or collect things or get things to activate like that, where you have to be right in the perfect spot, is also not good for a game where people are shooting at you. But anyways, I digress. We've got a new horse here. I actually had to buy this for the sake of the video because I wasn't going to use my own horse for this. So this is the cheapest of the cheapest horses, and it still cost me over $100. So, anyways, the cheapest, most easily accessible horse was just ended up costing me $100 because it's $50 for the horse and then $50 for the saddle. And then where is he? He's behind me. But then we put a pelt on him, and we should get a couple more. Let's go kill another couple of things, and then I can talk about this. As weird as it is, you also cannot knife animals when they're suffering. So, for whatever reason, I mean, you can do it that way, but yeah. But alright, so we got a deer pelt on here, we've got a bear pelt, we've got on the left here, we've got a turkey, and this is officially my horse. So, now we can use this to go to one of the many, and by many I mean that term very loosely, butchers. Because there's no trappers in here. You gotta go to a butcher, and I think there's one there. There's one in Blackwater, sorry. Over here, I think there's one in there. And I think there's one in Tumbleweed. And one in Saint Denis. And Valentine. So there's like 5. There's like 5 butchers, and they're all in all the major towns. But they're not easily accessible, and I'm about to die. So there's a guy stalking me right now. And if he killed me, oh boy, like literally my heart just leapt from my chest there for a moment, just seeing that peach dot by my name, by my icon. Yeah, buddy, I don't want any trouble. Alright, so let's see if we can survive our way back to Strawberry. And this is, even if he had killed me, that would have been a perfect example. But, Wow, 100 points for the horse. Nice. Oh, shut up, horse. Alright, so there's some guys around here, but let's say, for instance, I don't want to go to this butcher, or I have some reason or something or other. And I decide instead I want to quick travel. Well, if I decide to quick travel and use this, let's see, where's somewhere nice and safe? I don't even have any money to quick travel, but, you know, spend all my money to entertain you guys. It's okay, I was gonna do all this stuff anyways. So I just quick traveled here to Blackwater and look at my horse. Not a single pelt on it. That's right. Fast traveling resets your horse, and resetting your horse means nothing on its back. Nothing in its satchel. Horse cargo is empty. So yeah, if you're hunting, you have got to ride back to town. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, like say for instance, somewhere around in this area, up here, or way down here, that is quite a haul to try to get back to a butcher. And you gotta do it on a horse. You can't quick travel, you can't use anything. But here's the other thing. Tons of other things reset your horse. Your horse dying, you dying. Those both reset your horse. Your fast traveling, reloading the server, starting a quest, going into certain menus. All these things will reset your horse. And if you reset your horse, you'll lose all the stuff. Basically, if you're going hunting, you have one option and one option only. That is, go out, hunt, and go straight back to the butcher. Do it somewhere close to a town and all that. Because anything else will get reset one of many ways. And it's out of your hands when that reset happens. So yeah, resetting the game or fast traveling resets your horse to a point where you lose all the hard work you did. You could be out there hunting for hours and then just have some random guy come and shoot you in the head, and guess what? All your pelts are gone. So yeah, just everything in online resets your horse so that the hunting mechanic is basically worthless. Not that that matters, because there's almost no point to trying to do stuff like hunting and robbing. Actually, you can't even rob people. I can't rob this wagon. I can't steal this wagon. I can steal it, but I can't do anything with it. I can't rob random people. The only thing that really outside of the missions that you can earn some money off of is selling stuff that you've looted. And, this person. So, with that, we're going to leave online just so I don't have to deal with that person anymore. So once again, somebody's trying to rope me, and I'm just trying to play the game here and show you people how things work. I've got some pelts on the back of the horse. I've fought my way across the land to get to the butcher, just so I could talk about point number 4. And once again, there's two guys just running around this town in the middle of nowhere roping everybody. So I'm just sitting here out of the way, hoping that they just Fun game, guys. Fun game. Also, you can tell your horse to flee in the main game, and if he flees, I mean, he's gone. He leaves. He's goes back to the stables, which will again reset your horse. So I forgot to mention that one in the list. But here I am just trying to get to this butcher. Can't do it because I'm wanted now, and I don't know why, just for defending myself. Must have shot the wrong person. But let's stay out of the side of the police for a few more. Damn it! All because some guy just wanted to rope me. And if I had died, I would have lost all the pelts and everything like that. You see what I'm talking about here? Like, I'm trying to do a top 10 list instead of doing a pre-scripted, pre-filmed thing. I'm just stuck dealing with the stuff that I was just trying to talk about. Yeah, how did you? But please let me get away. Please, like 3 more seconds. At least they're not as bad as GTA 5 cops where they just never give up. Alright. Jeez. Alright, so now I can finally talk about number 4, and that is, say, for instance, you survived all this madness, and you got your way back here, and you get to the butcher, which is just over here, with your pelts, and you go to sell to him, you'll find out real quick nobody pays out anything. Nothing pays out. 75 cents for this. There's also a slight glitch where you can click it and it's a delay, so you're stuck in here a little longer than you wanted to be. But also, you'll notice the pelts aren't here, and that's because my horse isn't here. Come on, horse. You have the pelts? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Here. Hey, alright, I got all these pelts for you. There they are. So, 56 cents, 56 cents, 80 cents. So, we knew this. We knew that in this game that everything was a lot cheaper, a lot less expensive, because it was the olden times. Wasn't, money was different for inflation. So this should not come as too much of a surprise to everybody, but nothing pays out. But even the quests, I have done a couple story quests, a couple missions like death matches and stuff, and mostly what you get is about $5 for each one. You get $5 here, $1 there, 80 cents for a mission. I got 25 cents for a quest at one point, or at least that's what I think I got. But yeah, the only plus side to story missions in online is that you do get to loot the bodies, which is its only saving grace. But for the most part, nothing really pays anything worth any sort of amount of money. Everything's 25 cents, a dollar. You know, even if you're getting like perfect pelts and stuff like that, they're just sort of not really worth it in the end, especially with all that madness you saw me going through to get $4. I had no money and now I have $4. All that work, that's what it went into. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh, I'm completely out of ammo. That's great. And here's a bunch of horses I can't tame for reasons. But yeah, so you'll notice real quick that earning money in this game is a slog because you only get $1 to $5. Hell, just look at that quest that death match I started earlier. So you remember that death match I was playing earlier? Well, clearly I didn't win, but you know what I won for my effort? $3. $3 whole dollars. So yeah, everything just nickel and dimes you every step of the way. And you're thinking, like I said, that's how it is in the main game. That should be fine. You know, that should be totally normal to how it works, and you should be used to playing it like that. Well, that's when you learn real quick the one problem is everything is overpriced. Now, you might say, oh, these are $5.50, $5.50, $5.50 there. That's all well and good. That's not overpriced. Not at all. Also, for some reason, that guy, that butcher would not buy this ram. Would not buy this ram or its pelt for whatever reason. But here we go. We're going to go into the gunsmith here and take a look at his little catalog. Now, I can't say for sure I remember what these things cost, but man, everything is so much. $450 for the volcanic pistol.
Really good pistol.
$1,000 for the Mauser pistol. Everything in this game is ridiculously overpriced. But I guarantee you it wasn't $1,000.
Really good pistol.
So, yeah, there's everything in the shops, in the markets, everything is completely, and I, again, cannot rob the shop owner. Can't pull my gun out at all in here. Not that I wanted to, but I'm just saying it's here. I'll just open the catalog here. You can buy anything at any time from a catalog, so you don't even have to go to stores. So what's the point? Honestly, what's the point? Seriously, Rockstar, why did you even put the stores in the game? Anyways, buying clothing is a good example. We're gonna go to these exclusive outfits here. That's $225. But let's go over to just hats and stuff. Oh wait, no. Better yet, accessories. I don't even have a scarf to cover my mouth if I want to do crimes because it's $20. And this one, rank 46, and I'll talk about that in a second. $20 for your first bandana. Your first bandana that you can start with is $20. Now, you might think that's not that much money, but trust me, in this game, $20 is hard to get up. It's hard to reach that point. This one says $9, but I got to be rank 37, $22. It's all over the map. Prices are just crazy based on things they know you're gonna buy. And so prices are jacked through the roof. Missions and quests give you no money. And that leads us to the #1 problem with this game. If you've been paying attention, you might have noticed every now and then when my money pops up, there's a yellow money icon that pops up near it, and you might be asking yourself, what's that about? Well, we can just open the random catalog and show you that a lot of the items in the game have a mobile currency. What I mean by a mobile currency is, I mean, if you've played a mobile game, you know, Candy Crush, Angry Birds, whatever, you know that there's a secondary currency that is designed as a sort of easier way to get the stuff you want, but the only way to really get it is to pay actual hard-earned money, real money. DLC add-ons and shark cards from GTA 5, well, they brought them back, and we knew they would, but instead of the shark cards from GTA 5, which just gives you $20 million or $5 million or $50 million, depending on how much you spend, and that was expensive. It was like a good 20 or 30 bucks to get a decent amount of money to do anything in the game. Well, this game decided, let's not even do that. Let's not even just say that you get an extra payday out of it. No, now you gotta get gold. You gotta get these gold. And if you remember at the beginning of the video, I collected a gold nugget from a chest, and that was just a gold nugget. That's not a gold bar. Every dollar in the gold is a gold bar, and the nuggets can range in price, but they say that 10 nuggets equals 1 gold bar. And you can find those through various means, but they're not readily available. You have to do a bunch of quests and rank up to a certain level, and then you'll get a treasure map, and they'll give you a gold nugget. Or you can get it as a reward for some of your quests, getting the gold nugget. But it's not a gold bar, and you need gold bars to actually buy anything. You can't buy anything with nuggets. So it's only the dollar amount is what really matters. But yeah, that's their new mobile currency, which is the you buy the gold to buy all the stuff you want early on, or without having to spend money, or if you don't have money, because as I've already established, money in this game is really hard to come by. So yeah, right off the bat, they didn't even bother. Now, thankfully, you can't buy gold bars yet, but you know tomorrow when the game is officially released, It's going to be all over the place. I'm sure... oh, an iguana. I'm sure... The hell's that? Oh, a pig. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be one of those things where it's going to be $20 to get 20 gold or whatever. It's going to become a whole thing. But gold and several other features are definitely showing signs of being a mobile game style. And they already said that they were going to focus more on that than they were on DLCs and stuff like that for this game. So, yeah, look out for that. There's definitely going to be a sub-currency that you have to buy. And again, we kind of knew that, but that sort of leads into... That's enough alone right there. As number 2, that's enough alone to turn a lot of people away. They kind of knew that was coming, but the way that they did it, being that it is definitely a mobile game style currency instead of just a, hey, here's buy more cash, that opens the doors to a lot of problems. Specifically, problem number 1. The game is already showing signs of being pay to win. What I mean by that is, as far as I can tell, there are a lot of weapons. Let's get into shotguns here, because I've already said that shotguns are going to be the biggest thing for you here. But a lot of these, you can hit this and it'll say use gold. So that's going to be 29 gold and everything like that. Understandable. Oh, I really need to get that. Except for there's a lot of things in this, like these pistol belts and all that stuff right here, let's say, okay, or the secondary holsters. I didn't mean to close that, sorry. That are only purchasable by gold. I'm not sure what in here might be that case, but it looks like all the guns are available. But other stuff such as nope, let's not close it. Let's go to the index here. Let's go to horses and no, or clothing. Clothing works. Clothing totally works. A lot of the clothing and outfits are purchasable only by, this is only purchasable by 19 gold. You might say to yourself 19 right off the bat and say, oh cool, that looks nice, I'll get that. And then you can't buy it with your $25 because it's gold. You can see that little icon right there. A lot of items in the game are like this. It's either $290 or you can only buy it with gold. You can't... What? This item is locked to rank 92. Hold L2 to pay a higher... See, now, okay, there you go. This is another part of this. I wasn't going to bring this up because I wasn't sure it's true. But not only are some of the items locked in gold... I'm not allowed to buy this outfit because I'm not rank 32. You can see it down in the lower left corner there. Let's see if I can zoom in. You can see it says rank 32 or 92. I can't buy this until I'm 92? I won't even care anymore by that point in time. But if I want to buy it now, I still can. I just have to pay 95 gold. And that's something that they've added in. You can bypass the level restrictions and the level caps by using gold. Let me see if that's still true. Let's say this one I can't. Yep. So, that's not level restricted, is it? Yeah. This item is locked to rank to hold to pay a higher amount, 18 gold. Yep. So even though I'm not allowed to buy this, I can buy it with gold. Now let's go to the guns and see what that says here. So this shotgun that I keep telling everybody they need to get. Let's go right to the... You know, you don't need the double barrel, but you do need at least the pump action or the semi-auto here. But it does not appear that they have allowed it to be unlocked by... using gold. I can't unlock the rank by using gold. You can do that with other things, but guns, I can safely say it looks like you cannot bypass the level restrictions with gold. That being said, I Ow, I can already buy the repeating shotgun? The the all right. Well, I guess the semi-auto is actually the better gun. But anyways, so it's so confusing. It's so confusing. But the gold has made it pay to win, and the gold has not necessarily. Money has, and here's what I have already found out and read based on other people who have bought the game and everything like that, is that when you are playing the game, all your perks and level ups and all that stuff are based on. Can I not access it in here? I guess I gotta go outside. All right. Your ability loadout, which is these cards, which again cost money. I think to use this one, it's going to cost me $50. Yep, $50 to use this one. And this is where you add certain abilities. This one, black, is the card that lets me at least tag players. So not everybody has that card. But I got it at the beginning. I had a choice of 3 cards, and that's the one I picked because I figured that would be more useful. But you can get stuff where when you're in Deadeye, your health comes back, or you can get other perks that boost. And you can pay money to boost those perks up more, or pay gold to boost those perks up more, and give yourself major, major stat boosts. And it has already been reported and stated that those will be available as DLC purchases. You can buy the cards. So people can already go ahead and buy stat boosts to make their characters more powerful, to have better Deadeye, and be able to beat everybody. And they also have all the coolest outfits. And most of all, actually, again, this is still pay to win. I know that outfits don't make you win. So buying those and all that, fine. But horses, which you can buy from anywhere, are almost all locked in gold. Now, there's a theory that this is only because it's beta right now, and that those will get unlocked when the game officially comes out. But I don't think so. There's a lot of guys here. You can buy this guy for $50, or you can buy this guy for 6 gold. And it's a Tennessee Walker. Why would you pay 6 gold for a Tennessee Walker? That's like a everywhere horse. But so many of the horses are locked behind gold. So people who have gold have the best top of the line horses. Another thing I should mention is that there was this weird thing that happened where apparently, I guess everybody who got the beta, what are you looking at, buddy? The beta gets a free Arabian, as you can see here, by the name Inferno. He is red. I'm not sure why. He is a red Arabian that you just get for free if you go to the stables and actually look for it. And pretty cool horse. You never want to ride him though, because here's the thing. What they did with this game, and we're going to go into buying horses here, is when you buy a horse, you already have to, God, see, here's one for 850 and here's one for 42 gold. We already talked about that. But even if I buy the $850 one, or let's even talk about Jet, who I just bought here, who was technically the, no, I don't want that one. Man, Jet here. This was the horse you start with in the game. It was a Tennessee Walker, I believe, and they give it to you for free, and it's your horse. And they also teach you how to buy insurance, which if I go in here and go into services, you'll see insurance. But here's the thing. When you get this horse at the... My mic cut out here for a second, but what I was basically pointing out is that the insurance was $2.30, but now for some reason it's 5 gold. And the same is true with my Arabian. So, free horse, but you can't keep it. Because what happens if you don't have insurance and the horse dies, insured horses will automatically begin to heal if critically injured. So, there you go. If, I know that... Okay, I gotta be careful with this, because I don't misquoted, because I bought insurance for Jet, and that meant even if he died, I got him back. But that might be just the case of you buying the horse. So don't take insurance necessarily meaning that you get your horse back when it dies. You might get that anyways, but there's no way to really know except for kill your horse and see, and then it's probably going to costs me money to get it back now. Probably you only get it free for once. But insurance, definitely, you have to buy it with gold. And I don't know why that suddenly is, because I didn't have to the first time. But now even the basic level horse, Jet here, the most basic of horses you can get, still requires gold to insure it. So in other words, if you want your horse and you want to keep your horse, you got to pay real money. Or work really hard. Because I've already got $1 apparently. So that's another thing. The gold is required to insure your horse currently. Thankfully, right now, there is no purchasable gold in the game yet. That's going to be post beta when the game officially launches. But yeah, when the game launches, people are just going to be able to walk in, spend probably $100 and have everything, with the exception of the weapons, because the weapons are thankfully still. Come on, lock on them, Thank you. Thankfully, the weapons are still level capped no matter what you do. But yeah, other than that, the game is pretty much set up to be a pay-to-win game, and it's not too different than Grand Theft Auto 5, where people who just paid money got tanks, they got jet fighters, they got jetpacks, they got all the stuff that can blow you up from miles away. $75,000 to orbital strike somebody was not a big deal if you could just keep buying shark cards. And this game has that already set up, ready to go. What, you wanna get the shotgun before all your friends do? Gold. You want to get the fastest horse and win all the races? Gold. You want to have all your abilities perked up? Well, gold, but also you could just buy those, apparently. So that is it. The top 10 problems I have with this game. This honestly went longer than expected because of the way I did it, and I'm going to have a follow-up bonus runner-up here in a second. But yeah, there is the top 10 reasons why I'm not feeling good about Red Dead Redemption Online and probably won't stick with it. I am already feeling the twangs and pains of Grand Theft Auto 5, which I never really had fun with. I had a group of friends for a little bit that we had some fun with, but once that game started getting more and more complicated with more and more weapons and stuff and more expensive stuff, I just wasn't having it. And this game barely has even started and already has a little taste of that going. And if I swear, if I had joined in and they had the gold unlocked already, and I would have been going up against people with super horses and super weapons and tricked out outfits and stuff that I couldn't have for hours and hours, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed and I'd be heartbroken and I would not want to play the game. And I haven't even reached that point, but I know it's coming tomorrow. And I'm not really looking forward to playing it. I might be looking forward to seeing if any of my friends are playing it, because I know a lot of people playing this game. But judging from my friends, they're not going to like this either. And it's going to be the same scenario for them, where they're going to just say, I think I'm going to skip this one and just stick with I beat the story mission, had fun doing that, and I'm going to move on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully I can do some happier videos coming up soon here, but thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in any other videos I do. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and all that junk that I feel like I have to say. And bye-bye! You've successfully broken this horse, but you cannot saddle or bond with it. Well, a little bonus there. Apparently I cannot just keep this horse I just tamed in the wild. Why not? Why have it here? Why can't I? You know what? No, we're taking this. We're taking this to the stables, and I'm gonna find out what the hell you're talking about. And for those of you curious, yes, you can still go into cinematic mode, which is really dangerous in this game. But what's kind of cool, though, is you can go into the map and you can just watch yourself follow the line, which is even more dangerous. But cinematic mode in this game is super dangerous. super dangerous. Oh, that gave me a heart attack. Just, I don't even want to risk running into another player right now. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. What do you mean I can't saddle or tame this horse? Because it has wild tendencies. This horse cannot be brought into the stable.